Here we are. My alternator has went bad. I've got the 7.3 turbo diesel 2001 Ford Excursion. Battery light came on yesterday evening. Stayed on. Figured it was probably alternator. Pretty easy to change out. It's right here on the top right side of the engine if you're facing the front of the truck. Makes it nice. You've got 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3 here. That takes out your alternator. You've got 2. This wiring harness here goes right into this post, screws on, and a little rubber boot goes over it. And this clicks in right here. That's for the juice to get to your alternator from your battery. As you can see, this is the new one. I've already got that. Now, one thing you notice too is this new one, well, you don't notice it, but there was $20 difference between a refurbished and a new one. And so I went ahead and went with the new one. Both of them have a lifetime warranty, but it was right at $180 after taxes and everything was $204. So a little pricey for the alternator, but this is really the only way. I've already taken the belt off. So if you can see, I've got a socket wrench down in here, and it goes right into this your 1/2 inch socket will go right into this tension reliever. You just pull that up and that loosens the tension off of the belt, or you can take it easily off of the alternator. So here I am going back with this. I'm going to get this tightened down and get it hooked back up here in a minute. One thing you want to make sure is when you're putting this back on, I think it's a 10mm, you don't want to get that too tight where you break that. If you break that stud off of the alternator, you're going to be getting a new one. And sometimes they will not warranty that. So just be careful when you tighten it down. You want it snug, but you don't want to get it too tight. So it's making good contact, don't break it off. Got all the bolts tightened down, everything connected. Now all I got to do is pull that socket up, loosen the tension, and then this belt will pull right over the pulley here. You just want to make sure everything's lined up good, that you're not crosswise on your grooves. It could run your belt, probably will if you don't get it perfect. So just check that. I'm going to do that. Got the belt back on there. Super easy, really. Just got to make sure it's all lined up. I would check all your pulleys. I'm getting ready to hook the batteries back up. Now, one thing to make sure before you start anything on changing this alternator, make sure you unhook both batteries, the main battery and your glow plug battery over here. You'll need a little 5/16 socket for this to hold your battery into the battery compartment. You have to take that loose. You take the battery. If you take the battery out, I took mine out because it was ran down, and you want to make sure you can test your batteries and make sure that it's not battery that's bad. Okay, got everything hooked back up. Batteries all back together. Alternators all back together. Other batteries all hooked up and back together. So now, the moment of truth. Listen to it purr.